So that was a 5. So we're gonna just... You tie him up. He's on the back of the horse. So we got Norman on the back of the horse. Shep on the back of his own horse. Shep, of course, is dead. And you guys are continuing on to Whitehedge. The rest of the day is going to be pretty uneventful. Obviously, eventually Norman is going to wake up. Mm-hmm. He is going to start to shout obscenities at you. Obviously.
Kaluna will smack him. Like I said, Kaluna's keeping a close eye on him, and they do not care.
When you say smack him, like in the head or the
just like a bop,
right on the booty. Just
okay. No, definitely the
he
skull.
Might like that.
The skull is the place.
Well, he's an ass head.
Hey.
I think that's strike 1.
He is going to get very creative with language and a lot of essentially variations of bitch and tree and things like that.
You said the T word? Good God.
I know, that's a fucking slur. I am a shrub. How dare you?
That's the other one. Again, I don't want to repeat these phrases in polite company, but shrub and then the C word is in there.
Ooh, yeah. Anytime that Kaluna knows it's a swear word, they're gonna bop him. Just like, maybe if we do this enough, he'll learn. And also, we don't care if it doesn't, because it means we get to hit him again.
Right. And eventually kind of pipe down, realize that this, like a lab rat, kind of like touching the electrodes, like, it's like, okay, all right, fine. You win this round, shrub. And
there, he's getting the terminology right now. Violence does solve racism.
Always punch a Nazi. So we're going to stop for the night. It is again, late night 16th. I guess you guys are just gonna keep going unless you guys want to do anything at this campsite. We're just gonna roll into the next day.
Here's the thing. Would it be meta? I don't think it is. Wouldn't it make sense for us to take Norman off the horse overnight? Like if we're stopping.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And therefore tie him up again in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's bad.
I know
for
that's kind of meta, but like I feel that feels rude. Like
it's literally like it will fuck up their back. So yeah, take him off.
I would tie him up to a tree, like sitting down, like at a tree.
Yeah,
tie him up to Kaluna. Got it.
No,
it's a buddy comedy. So you're tying him up to a tree. I'm guessing everybody else is kind of settling in for the night. Now, because it's an even day, Elrath doesn't have to roll yet. So, who's tying up Norman?
Flawless skin.
Thank you.
Kaluna will do it since Kaluna's on Norman duty.
Okay.
Dex?
Give me a dex check.
Duty.
Yep.
Please, sweet God. Yes.
Okay. That would be a 15. Now, you guys are going to go to sleep. I imagine you're doing the standard taking watch, stuff like that. Waking up the next day, getting started. It is going to be a fairly uneventful day again. Nothing crazy. Now, you are in an area called the Moors. Now, there are two things the Moors are famous for. One, it's unicorns. Gorgeous creatures.
Now I understand why you said we weren't past them. I thought that maybe we were passing through the area. I was confused.
You're coming up on it now. Now, there's good news, bad news. First of all, unicorns are gorgeous, majestic creatures. Unrivaled beauty in terms of nature. It's very rare to see someone ride them, though. They're incredibly swift creatures. Tremendously racist. They seem to sniff out elven blood. Anything to do with elves, anything, they attack on sight. No one really knows why. It's been looked into, but yeah, they are very, very aggressive. Now, it's kind of a crapshoot when you're riding through. Sometimes they hang out near the road. Sometimes they're way, way out in the field. Right now, it appears as though they're pretty far off into the distance. The other thing that this area is known for are gnolls.
No.
Quick question.
Yeah?
Does Kaluna still have their sick gnoll ear necklace?
That thing started to smell almost immediately.
Okay, good.
It kind of smelled in the first place, I would assume.
Yeah, I would imagine, but just I needed to make sure. I needed to know how threatening Kaluna is currently.
Yeah, Merrick would have taken care of that a long time ago.
I was about to say, that was rotting.
Oh, like a parent who takes away like the favorite blanket.
Oh, we have all sorts of things that just disappear. They never see it again.
That was the most traumatic shit in my childhood.
I also was imagining if Kaluna still had that necklace, that her and Evelyn would just be comparing like rotted bear paw and rotted gnoll necklace.
Kaluna totally, if they had known, they would have gotten it preserved, but they didn't.
Yeah, mine is preserved. Okay, this is a professionally done taxidermy. It only smells a little bit.
The arm or something.
It's only been 2 years now, so.
It's also heavy as shit, I would imagine.
I have no idea if he still has it. I'm not sure at all.
Evelyn just has a really strong neck now.
He does.
Well, the problem was bear paws were so last season. It's a.
You know what'll be great? Gnoll paw.
Oh.
Are they paws or are they hands or are they both?
It's kind of they're hands for the most part, but the lower their feet are more paw-like. Yeah.
See, that's what makes them so cool to wear, man. Fuck a label nowadays, you know? Just whatever.
So, here's the deal. The gnolls are sort of congregating close enough to the road that this could be a problem. It's up to you. Now, you could veer off the road and sort of give it a wide berth. It'll add a little bit of time, but the time isn't the thing that is the issue. The area in the moors is kind of soggy, and the cart could get stuck. So basically, you are taking you're taking the risk. It's continue on the road just like you were, or sort of veer off the road, give these gnolls a wide berth, but maybe get the cart stuck.
You see, I wouldn't be too worried about the carts getting stuck because we have 3 horsepower.
That's true.
Remember that.
It's true. It's true.
Do we have all 3 horses tied to the front of the cart pulling it?
I don't imagine
I don't think that's
way.
rocket science, you know? It's some ropes.
It's actually horse science. It's horse science.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't talk about how we tied the knots for 30 minutes, so I don't think we did it.
Yeah.
That's true.
But you could if you got stuck, is the point.
Right.
Okay.
We'd have a way to get out of the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We've got to go around these gnolls. Like, we cannot afford. We have to get to Brightport now, right?
Yes.
Also, we can make Norman pull and push if we want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He would spit at you.
He can spit all he wants to. He's got to pull and pull.
Oh. When Clara spit on him, she spit on his face. Has anyone washed that off in the entire
Absolutely
No.
God,
No.
Just making sure.
God, his face is all crusty now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, it was crusted in blood to begin with.
Yeah, but now like she did a deep
Oh,
there's some snot in that.
Oh, yeah.
She was pissed.
There's also piss.
Oh my god.
Is that our brand? Is our brand piss?
Oh.
Anywho,
Go around.
Merrick's advocating go around.
We go around.
Anybody else?
Sounds good.
No?
What's
I
the
said we
weather
go
like
around.
today? You said it was kind of a sunny day.
Yeah, pretty sunny. It's not
All
bad.
right, okay, so going around is the least dangerous option because, like, probably a little bit less mud than usual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
Here's
good.
what's going to happen.
Oh boy.
Let's do. Let's see. Lisa,
Yes.
I want you to roll a flat D20. On a 10 or higher, the cart's going to get through just fine.
Come
Don't fuck
on
this up.
now.
Don't fuck this up.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey!
Fucking
Gorgeous.
nailed it.
Man, those rolls. You're doing great today. Again, I don't see what could possibly go wrong. This is just the best.
I could miss a thorn whip.
It's
That's what could happen.
A white dragon could be killed at the end of your session or something. Something crazy like that.
Oh, too soon.
I don't know. I'm just saying, you never know.
So in what could be a dangerous thing, you guys are veering off the beaten path here again, giving these gnolls a wide berth, just making sure that you are...
Sorry, not to interrupt. I am interrupting. I can't say not to interrupt. That's a lie. Are we going closer to where the unicorns are, or anything like that? Okay, just checking, because I would have put Clara in the back if that were the case.
No. The unicorns are not a threat at all. Basically, they're way out in the field. They're quite a ways away. Now, the gnolls were a bit close to the road, and again, it was a crapshoot, right? They may have just completely ignored you. They may have picked up a scent and come streaking towards you guys. May have just decided there's too many of you to bother with, or whatever. But on the side of the road that you guys are leaning to, it is a bit kind of soggy in patches, and you're going to hear the wagon wheels just kind of like slip into just like into mud and kind of roll out the other side, and horses are going to just clop through it, just kind of almost march in some places where they have to pick their hooves up quite a bit, and Norman is going to be bouncing around. Shep is tied to the horse and everything. It's not going to bother Shep. But you are going to march clean across to the other side and get around these gnolls just fine. You are going to be a bit muddy and dirty a little bit. The wagon and horses, anybody riding on top should be fine. Some of this mud is going to spatter up and hit Norman in the eye. Just a little bit, but it's just kind of adding another layer of crust and filth to it.
Can Kaluna... I don't know if Kaluna would see that, but if they did, could they just take some of the mud from like their leg and kind of get it on their hand, and then just sort of pat his face like, "Oh, are you okay? You okay?"
Just going for maximum dick, right? Just
basically, just like he earned this. Basically,
he will curse and spit. He will call you a bunch of unpleasant names.
We should probably gag him tonight.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste anything on his mouth.
Let's fill it with spit.
Like a dirty sock or something. Just, too much.
That's the line. That's where
we draw dripping on his face, but you know.
Yeah, spit, snot, blood, mud. That's
but
all fine.
Dirty
but
sock
dirty socks?
Really is. So, I would say you march for the rest of the day, and you are just outside of Whitehedge, like just outside. You're almost there. Probably another 7-8 hours, something like that. But eventually, you got to kind of make camp for the day. You're almost there. This does mean I'm going to have to ask Elarath to roll again. So get ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Give me a con saving roll.
Do I get a bonus for being chill in the...
Yep. Give me a +1.
Okay. Oh, no, that's a 2. Tried to slide that 2 on in there. Okay, come on now.
We believe in you. We believe
Again,
in you.
The number to beat is 13. 13 and up.
Come on.
You got this. You got this. You got this.
Oh!
13!
Meeting it counts, right?
Yep.
Yes. Oh, just squeaking by on the bare minimum. Yeah, that's me.
I loved that song so much. If you could record a remix for me.
There was a little dance that went with it. You couldn't see it, but...
I felt it in my heart.
Oh, thank you, Peanut.
Do me a favor. Give me one more roll. This is to, again, everybody out there, this is to determine what physically is happening with Elarath.
Okay. This one. All right. Here we go. Hey! Where was that one? But all right. I'll take it.
Nice.
You just look fucking gorgeous.
Her hair is starting to actually fill out more. It's just getting more body.
So, make no mistake, this disease is still incubating in Elarath. This is still happening.
Are you sure?
It's
gone. I think it's gone.
I think it cleared right up.
You should be a model.
Some Robitussin on it.
Yeah, just sprayed some Windex.
Smattered it on your forehead like you're Simba.
So this is still going, but every once in a while it'll be that cough. Other than that, I would even say that's one of those things that it's been days now, right? It's been the better part of a week, and you guys have been on the road, and Elrath is just sitting in this cart day in, day out. Ass is probably asleep half the time, just not enjoying this all that much, because this cart was not built for comfort. This was not, this isn't like a Malchus Grimness, let's get it padded, upholstered, all that stuff. This is a flat wooden, like, I guess let's curl up on this, and then you hit a bump every once in a while, it's like, like just, it's spanking you every once in a while. This is not pleasant.
And unless you're into that.
Says you.
So, like, by day 4 of just that, and you're not getting worse. I mean, I don't know how Elrath would feel, but this just kind of putting it in perspective.
She's probably just, like, grumpy and a little petulant because it's like she knows, but at the same time she's like, well, I'm not getting worse, but here we are in this damn cart. And she just feels bad. Because she also feels like a big burden, but that's on the inside.
Aww.
It's the real disease.
It is.
You shouldn't internalize these things, Elharath. It's healthy to let them out, you know?
Oh, I'm sure it let it all out all at once at a later date. You're welcome. Some real truth for you.
Oh, wow.
Can we go back to the dirty sock? That was. Is there anything anybody would? Is there anything anybody would like to do before we essentially head into Whitehedge the next day?
No, just keep Elrath like super comfy.
Aren't there any particularly cool herbs in the area?
This is a pretty common. Right now, there's nothing crazy exotic, right? Now, going out and exploring, you might get lucky and find something if you'd like to give it a shot.
You know what? Why not, right? Everyone else has got Norman covered. Nature, right? That's a solid 11.
Yeah, you're not going to find much, really. Just kind of, it's like,
a cool twig.
Yeah, that would be like you'd find something for like a sunburn, something like that. It's like, oh, that could be a nice soothing, like an aloe type of thing. It's like, oh, that would kind of take the sting out of that. Not much else. Nothing huge.
But you know what? Every little bit counts.
It's heading into summer. You guys will eventually have to deal with summer weather, and that's just mean sometimes.
I mean, my skin will be fine because I don't have any. But you know.
So if no one else wants to do anything, we're going to pick things up on the 18th of Yesti. And Merrick.
Yes?
Do me a favor, roll a flat D20 for me.
I'll do it.
Hey.
16.
Have I mentioned today how incredibly lucky and glad for you that I am?
Appreciate it.
Are you Yoda? What's going on?
I don't know what that was. I had a stroke partway through that sentence.
Wow.
I am for too good.
I think it just hurt him physically to give us a compliment.
No. I was just getting ready for the backlash of you guys yelling at me.
Oh.
I feel like I'm just eating the lower rolls. And like I'm not going to say anymore actually on second thought, but I feel like I'm just eating these low rolls. And you know what? I'm not doing anything important, so just table. Feed me the low rolls. Feed me, Seymour.
So what did I win with the 16?
Yeah.
You'll see.
Is it another soap opera?
It's
More Theria Springer?
Sure, please.
So, you guys are
they
going
slept with each other somehow.
Oh no.
It was just a daisy chain of...
You son of a bitch, you slept with me.
I thought I was my wife.
You weren't complaining, though.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good night.
Show canceled.
So, here's what's going to happen. Hours are going to pass the next day. It is the 18th of Yesti, and just after about noon, I would say you would coast into the town of Whitehedge. Now, you may notice that as you get closer to the town, Norman is definitely struggling more, cursing more, that type of thing. Even going so far as to threaten the lot of you, going into wild fits of, do you have any idea who I am? There's going to be hell to pay, all that type of stuff a desperate person might say. Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Where's your first stop? What would you like to do? One thing of note. It's been days.
Oh, we have a dead body.
Shep's not looking great.
No.
I imagine we wrapped him in something if we had anything to spare.
Nah, he's fine. He barely eats as it is.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Shep's definitely drawing some flies. He's not smelling great.
Super chill.
Chill, dude.
Super chill guy. Okay, wait, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What's Whitehedge like whenever you come to Whitehedge? Is there a big wall with a big gate, or is there like a?
It's actually a pretty open town, so there's lots of passersby, right? So you got Lockford and Brightport coming through, and that's been a lot of their travel through for a while. As of recently, after a couple of years, people are starting to head south. Because Onakal is starting to become a bit of a tourist destination. So they're actually quite a popular hub right now. They're next to a river, so there's nice sightseeing. It's a pretty open town. It's a little cooler because it's on the coast, kinda. So it's actually a pretty nice town. Not huge. They got a sheriff presiding over everything. Kind of low in terms of military presence. You got some town guard and stuff like that, but it's pretty clean. Kind of bright. Everything's sort of a lot of the buildings are painted kind of a white, something like that. So it's like it's a pretty nice place to stop by. It's It used to have a problem with bandits and stuff. They've been trying to deal with that, though.
Is there any sort of guards or gate type area to sort of let you know that you're in town, or do you have to sort of go find somebody?
No, I mean, you'd have to pass under, like, there'd be like a sign for Whitehedge that you'd pass under, and there's usually like someone from the town guard hanging out near there. Mostly they patrol the streets, though. They're not trying to keep people in or out.
I almost feel like someone would find us pretty quickly. Like, if there's someone there at all, it's like we have one corpse and one guy just hogtied to a fucking horse.
I think we should just dump them off the horses and be like, here's what happened, see y'all later.
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
Like, if we could find a guard, we could say we have our own testimony to give, and that's for them to handle.
Yep. Let's do it.
Well, I just rolled for something. Okay. Well, here's the crazy thing. As chance would have it, you guys are rolling into town right about the time the town sheriff is sort of by the gate, speaking to somebody. So
fucking delightful.
Older, kind of portly, gentleman, human. And he's gonna see you approach. And see the guy tied up, and then next to, on another horse, see the very dead body. Canonically, is the dead body covered in something?
I think we would have put at least a blanket on top of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Something preserve the dignity.
Yeah.
So this older, portly guy is going to stop talking. Stop talking to the lady next to him. Shit. And he is going to approach you and sort of hold out a hand. Ho, 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 ho. And he's going to, keeping his hand held out. All right, what the hell's all this?
Clara will kind of look over the group like...
Kaluna will pipe up.
Oh,
Kaluna I know, but no one else is talking. So Kaluna will just... We saw them fighting by the road. This one, and they're going to sort of a little too harshly and like not caring where their hand goes, kind of pat Norman's face. This one killed that one. We tied him up. We brought him to you. And then they're just going to gesture, like, have at it.
Oh, boy. So this guy's going to go over to the body that's covered, and he's gonna sort of undo this blanket and look under it. Ah, hell. And he's gonna spin around. Norman, what the hell did you do?
Oh.
Shit, boys.
And he is going to point to the lady he was talking to. The lady is going to wander over here.
Oh no!
And he,
no.
She is going to pull Norman off of this horse, not gently, and sort of dump him on the ground here. The portly gentleman is going to turn to the party. Name's Terry. He's going to approach the party in general. Where'd you say you found him?
A couple days back on the road. Found him on the side, fighting, talking about somebody sleeping with somebody else's wife. Next thing we know, there's a dagger, got a dead body, and that's about all we know.
Yeah, they're the Dag twins. His brother, and he's gonna point to the body. Had a little farm, a few miles outside of town. His wife came looking for him yesterday. I gotta explain this to her now. And he's kind of rubbing his forehead like shit.
Wish we had more for you, but honestly, they were more concerned about having a fight with each other than dealing with us. So, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is kind of out of our hands.
Yeah, well, I don't blame Shep, to be honest. Norman's a real piece of shit. I don't know if you know anything about him, but...
Kaluna will just pipe up. Just like, we noticed.
You've done us a real service by bringing him in. I do appreciate that. I suppose you're here to collect the bounty?
Yes. Absolutely here to collect the bounty. Where I wasn't quite sure where the office was, where the bounty was located. We were going to ask somebody.
Let me check with my people to see what the running tally is, but, yeah, he was starting to make a name for himself.
Yeah, we're glad to help. We knew this was an issue.
I feel like Clara's going to be driving the cart, and she's going to kind of huff out her nose, but she doesn't seem fully annoyed, just kind of like, fucking really? Because that was so quick. It was just...
Yeah, as he was walking away, Evelyn's going to kind of turn to Merrick and say, I didn't know there was a reward.
Of course there was a reward, and Merrick's going to do his eyes like really wide open, like, shut the fuck up.
Kaluna's going to try and be helpful and be like, yeah, he's part of the thing. We told you before.
Right, I told you, and Kaluna also backed me up.
Oh, they're gaslighting the fuck out of
Kaluna did know the Fang shit, okay?
There's a lot of looks. There's a lot of looks of, I'm not gaslighting you, just shut up.
I don't think Avalon would pick up on that.
No, he's like, I'm not sure. I wasn't told anything. Really? I had to remember.
And Kaluna's going to pat him on the shoulder, just like, it's good, it's fine. Let Merrick lead the way, it's fine.
Yes, he's doing well. I didn't even know about a reward.
There's bounties everywhere, and these were one of the many. So we got lucky.
That's great.
Yeah, right?
He seems quite pleased, like Merrick knew the whole time. Good shit.
So Terry is going to confer with his people, and he is going to come back to the group. And he's going to hand you a pouch containing 100 gold pieces.